It wasn't her. America came before her. So she might have had to atone for some things. Just like I was saying with this, because I feel like it represents what they wanted us to see in this day and age. These, especially these darker skinned women, that this is not the original color of the people here. It's just the pop. It's just the thing that we saying. We're not saying anything else with that, in case that's what they're trying to do. But America was always first. It was always America first. The motherland was always America to a certain extent. And what I was saying is, it's almost like America been a single mother, but look at her. We're talking about with the infrastructure from sea to shining sea. Okay, now the people, could be been pretty much influenced by the neighbors and the friends that we didn't let in and the other nations that we didn't let in. But we have rural areas or something like this, but we don't have any right away third world areas except for the little hoods that spread across the, country in some certain areas. You can still look at some of those places as third world country, to be honest with you. And it's kind of a shame. But when I talk about the Neterat star, because the masculine energy that I was dealing with, he was just a temp. He was temporarily in this area. They was from probably like Madison, Milwaukee, or something like this. But see, where these girls where they lost their powers because you stole shit from the Empress. You tried to make the Empress carry your children or something like this to intertwine your blood so that you can make it seem like y'all with me or that we the same. Like in the damn cell thing, she said they put their blood on us to make us mix with them. I'm not them. You see what I'm saying? So this is where we at right here. Okay. They need my blood to get into something to mix it with them. But like I said, this illegitimate. Okay. It would be illegitimate because it was without my permission or without my consent, or you had me in a slave. I was not married to the crown at that time. You had me as a missing child or an estranged child of the throne, or you had me as a slave. So now your children going to be slaves. Even if they was mixed with me, they're going to be slaves. You see what I'm saying? Because then you taught them your traditions. You didn't teach them how to be like me. So that's why I say about these women. That's why I ain't never had no children. You have had children, Olivia, 9419. Well, you was getting abortion. You was going to that place to get that abortion. You was going to ask that person for help for getting abortion. Maybe this person didn't want to get you abortion. I don't know. You was going to get an abortion then. So you already killed babies. That's why you don't have no babies. And the ones that you wasn't able to kill, you stuffed them in other women and made them raise them. That's how you make yourself relevant. And I'm going to show you motherfuckers like you're not. Okay? This person is obsessed, y'all. The thing, you can't come up over here. Listen, one thing you better know, there's different ways that I read people. You do not want to come up over here if you are written all over your face type of motherfucker. You can play your little childish games on your spaceship or whatever this is, or whatever, coming around here fogging things up so you can sneak around my house. But what you don't want to do is wear your heart on. You don't want to wear your emotions on your face and come to fuck around me. Okay? Because you're going to get your ass tore up. Somebody wear their emotions, or you forgot you a property of me and my crown. It's not the other way around. Whatever y'all been doing in the background, just keep that shit down there. You ain't going to be able to keep it down there. About to get ripped to fucking shreds. Okay? Because you was trying to use that. I can confiscate that on my land because you was trying to use that to defile me. So I can confiscate that. You won't have that. Whatever you built, whatever he built, whatever y'all built, the offspring off of the basis here, off of the main event, with the offspring, okay? The offspring is different. Now, somebody could have took my post down, because I keep hearing the post is down. Somebody took my post down about offspring being different than the soil or the whatever it is that has the nutrition in it. The offspring is something that sprung off of a plant or something that was planted in a place that wasn't even supposed to be. That's like if they bring a Japanese cherry blossom. I got one, I think, out in my, not a cherry blossom tree, but a Japanese something tree out in my yard. That got brought into America, right? Sold at a store. Somebody bought it and planted it in my yard here in America. But it's a Japanese tree. It's a little tree, like a little weeping willow with the blooms and stuff come up off of it. You get what I'm saying? This could also represent something of the Japanese internment camps, but it's still the offspring of that shall never rise above my offspring that I already had here, or my offspring, me being offspring of this soil. I mean, me being the soil, right? This layers here. Okay. This could also be something about the sand of the sea. Somebody being in the somebody is from somewhere where it's a sandy or beach or something like this. So somebody could have multiplied. Say that my family have been going over from the Midwest to the West for centuries, but never claiming a Christ energy. Well, they were just populating themselves. I was supposed to go over there, but you took my boyfriend over there and you let him populate without me. Um, some girls or something, California girls, or this Blueface or whoever this is. You let one of them take that from me instead of me going populating in California. So 20 years later, I come back and I got little children that I can pick up and put in the industry and shit like this when I'm building my team, when I'm building my camp, when all this, whatever these people had done would be falling down and I will be able to build mine. Okay. So the West Coast, I think the West Coast boys don't really like that. Now, even if this is over here in the West Coast energy, like, because I be thinking they be duplicating something. What's going on in California could be going on in this strip as well. They had to, if you think about not Westeros, but if you think about in our Game of Thrones deck, the world card is that map. I think that that's some land between, I told you, these two pillars here in the Midwest between these two states, Wisconsin and Illinois. I feel like it's fitted in there. Biblically, there's biblical places that are fitted in this area. All right. So, like I said, these are people that don't believe in Christ or they don't believe in God or nothing, but they use the Bible to cause stumbling blocks or to even build off or spring off of the Bible something that they created. Hold on, I don't want to burn my stuff. Hold on one second. Wait a minute. All right. So, um, watch out real quick. So I seen Olivia doing her video a second ago, and she wanted us to see her behind in the video for some reason. Okay, she was showing off her behind or her assets on purpose, bending over in front of the camera. So either somebody is um what we got, the black box. What they doing with the black box? Oh, somebody could have. Oh, this could be the person that's about to get this tower here, or they trying to give my justice to her so she don't get this tower. Because this is a part of this particular family, probably, that they created a species that they created a test tube baby. So this little place this person is laying around, there's something there. Something is hiding there. This person could even be having sex with this man and then making these eggs and putting them places. Okay, while this man is trapped or something. I told y'all there's a man under there where Olivia, Beauty 9419, you got somebody under remote something. This person probably got a spaceship or something like this, and you use this person. That's why I said you said you're not having sex. You maybe not in them hotel rooms, but I already seen it. You could be the one going underground, sleeping with this person, forcing this person to be the only one that only sleep with you or some shit like this. This could be this spouse. Maybe they didn't kill this man. Maybe they put another body there. That's not the person that's dead. The real man is over here, trapped somewhere where Olivia can get to him. They can create, and then this person come over here to me and rape and pillage me. And that's why I said, don't come the fuck over here if you wear your face on your face. And I could see you hurt that I don't want nothing to do with you in them videos, that somebody don't want something to do with you. You be hurt. I can see it on your face, girl. Y'all better sit your motherfucking ass down, come around here. So you the one probably, like I said, if this ain't no scratch on my booty hole from no damn shaving, me shaving it, somebody didn't poke me in my booty with something. Okay. These could be also people jealous because they didn't get to participate in like these type of functions. But this is, like I said, the poor man sitting at the table or something. Somebody could have been in the background. Somebody could have been a skinwalker at this point. Okay. Now I get this black pearl energy. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about this black pearl energy, black pearl and finding fate. This person is this man. This is who this is, y'all. Or this is his twin. It was a hidden twin, or y'all spliced the female off of him, and now this person is loving themselves or something like this. But again, this person will not be able to have a baby then. This could be where they put all the boys to try to make it seem this girl was producing boys. Okay. But that means that, yeah. Like there's something that people are trying to change the direction of something. It's like out of pure envy or jealousy or something like this. Like these are creatures. These are not weapons. Don't even think about weapons as being guns and bombs and stuff like this. No, no, no. This is not what this is. These are people. They have weaponized human beings. It's a fact. It's a fact. There's weaponized human beings, police forces. This is weaponization of the human beings here. Okay? And Olivia, if that ain't a scratch on my butt from my razor, you was over here playing with my booty hole. And that's why you just did that video sticking your booty in the camera, bending over, wanting everybody, well, or for some donations. But that's the real beggar energy here. So that's why I feel like they get the thing mixed with Daenerys maybe being of lack because she was waking up out of the ashes from everybody stealing everything from her. Right? But unscathed. Okay? And then you have the other energy. Somebody actually is out here as a beggar. And these people have the tools and the materials to run across the country, across the United States and pull these stunts on people. So somebody is, they acting poor, but they rich with my resources that my family or my bloodline is supposed to be using here. Now, people have moved out of these directions. They feel like they freed themselves from slavery or from a contract or something. And now they're going for the other goods that are mine too, as a all energy. I'm supposed to be able to do all these things at one time, but it's like something is shattered. Shattered and scattered is just what I keep on hearing. So you got this masculine energy somewhere over here. It could even be in Miami or something. I don't know. I keep thinking about that really nice man. I keep talking about play the part. Yeah, somebody want me to be like something, but you know, like I said, these people is flat. They one-dimensional. I've seen myself go through the struggle in many different aspects or ways or something like this. You know, it just ain't gonna be how you want to, because these people are bullies. Like you could be fine. They're gonna make a way to make you not fine. You could be living off of $50 a week and you could be doing just fine. And they will make it a way where $50 is not enough. We need you to go lower. There's no playing no parts. I'm not an entertainer like these people. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking entertainer like these people. And you're going to hunt these people down and you're going to find out what they did with my fucking money, with America's money, and you're going to make sure it gets back. All right? You're going to make sure that I get it back. Okay? So this is what I said. If you was willing to play the part with these people, somebody would be still in love with you. But I'm not. I'm calling you out and moving your ass out the way like God told me to do. You mad. And you gonna find out about something here. So somebody don't want somebody to travel here. Okay. Somebody saying they uninterested. Somebody could be trying to keep you like, don't come around here. Because into you, to be honest, was just in the reverse. I don't know how it ended up in the upright. Because somebody is iffy. It's something, somebody is held hostage or something. Okay, broke ass. Somebody knows that you're not broke. Okay, or this Olivia person not broke. She just using her money to go around in spaceships and harass Americans. And try to give them bad karma when you're not karma. But I guess this bad karma could be coming back to these people here. Because whatever this is, bad karma, it just fell out of my hand in reverse. With this bail energy, okay? And caught a case. So somebody could have tried to catch it, get you to get bad karma by getting sick or something, but it's not happening. It's backfiring or it's flipping over here. The inside scoop, a closer look, nosy all up in your business. This could be a Southern Mystic, okay? And then wasting time, okay? Stuck, no changes. So somebody could be wasting time or somebody saying that you are. Okay, you stuck, no changes. But this also making me think if somebody tried to get you to get an infection, it didn't work. Okay. So these are this is this that's why I said I'm gonna take everything Victoria's into or a Victoria is Teresa Bruton. I'm taking everything that person created and I'm confiscating it, and then they're gonna go through the process of seeing what we can keep and what we can't, what went against the real queen and what didn't, and then you're gonna go through that. So that means, we talking about that's a lot of offspring, y'all. It's a lot of offspring, but it had to be done. Okay. Somebody mad because you're not chasing them or something like this or looking for them. And so they're cyberbullying you. Okay. That's why I said somebody's cyberbullying someone. And these are people that walk around like, I got these assets or whatever. If the queen don't want to be, she's going to be failed. But you forgot that shit belonged to me before it belonged to you. You forgot that y'all went in Sekhmet temple, or you went in my temples and you took the Knights of Templar. You took these things and try to use them for yourself. So we have somebody not crying over somebody here. Okay, you can't get mad at me. Y'all lived a whole different life with all this crazy shit, and you left me stagnant or in the position of just being a mom and working part-time once in a while, and not being able to explore in any of these things that were made for me in this nation, because I'm the only one that's going to do it the right way, because I'm the only one that's tied to the soil to that in that way that gives a fuck about the nation and the people for real. Y'all wanted to empower your families and thought y'all could just go over here, put all the weight over there, and bully people into something. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And it be the one you think is the weakest link that you left out or whatever, that is still holding on to the order of the things here, the natural order of things. Okay, the autochthonous one. You don't have the authority over me here in the UK and most of these other places. You just don't. Somebody can have 10 children with this pink person, okay? And somebody is not in something, okay? Somebody is about to be getting kicked out of something or something like this. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to balance this out and eat at the same time. I'm hungry. Hold on. Sit down with that. Oh, dang it. Loose? Nothing that even, there's no. Yanni. Girl, I can't take it. That's a beat. Most of that stuff is clean over there. Leia, you're gonna have to come get mine. I already see we're gonna be into it today. Like I was saying, we are who we are, and bitch, you ain't God. And it's time for these people to go ahead and bow down. Didn't nobody say, everybody was singing that song Beyonce made, trillion, gazillion people singing bow down, bitches. That was when they put her, possibly, in some type of spot in this kingdom or whatever, to be in my power. Okay? And since I don't have a fan base, I can't be confident about myself. I think that's the most beautiful thing ever. When everything is stacked up against you for real. Okay, because these people went through this journey after they had millions of followers and fans and much love. I went through this shit after people tried to take away the little bit of love that somebody could have been showing, or a little bit of support, and I'm still in this fucking situation where I'm still going through this. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said these people, it ain't because you a celebrity, it's just if you really look at the situation. If you really look at the situation, it's just that. It's just, I mean, come on. It's time to be real with yourself. When you say heal for our women, be real to our women. But even these people, like Pac was prophesying, yeah. He warned of this. But it just so happens that if these people went in the underworld, or they were altered, They're down there doing the same thing that he was warning us that they were going to do. So they said it with their mouth, but they don't feel it with their heart. Because as soon as you say no, or as soon as you're not something like this, then these people start doing that bullshit. And I just ain't got time for it. Yeah, he told you. Yes, he did. You know? And now we're here. In this day. Hold on. Yeah, and they hate the ladies that make the baby. So that's why I'm saying he was warning us about the brooding vipers. But if they land in the bed with them and shunning America, okay, because you think that the person was fooled and lost all their power and everything like this, then you a traitor. That's why I'm saying everything had to happen in this. Somebody like, why you just saying something now? No, wherever this shit is, it had to happen the way it is happening right now. I'm trying to tell you. And like God said in the Bible, it ain't gonna be the people that's running around here like a vagabond, planting this stuff on people and doing all this, setting people up and shit like this, trying to get a court case on them, trying to set them up, act like they pedophiles and everything. It's not gonna be those people, unfortunately. You know? Or fortunately, it's not gonna be those people. So the military, okay, I'm about to say the military. So the military is scared of these family members or whatever this is, or the community. Okay, this could be naval energy because we do have a big Navy base in Lake County, Illinois. So I don't know if this is like the naval. There could have been some kind of. Somebody could have been in the Navy, left somebody an inheritance too. But this could be something like naval things. They're letting people get away with this shit. It's more of a waterway, area. But then I don't know if the military, I don't know if this is like something against the, you know what I'm saying? A nation divided. So you got to think about this. Is this something with the Navy going against the Army? Okay, because in the end, they're supposed to be protecting like the same thing, but also kind of like different things. You know what I'm saying? Got me wondering. This is something, I definitely think that this is something bigger. I'm sorry, y'all. You probably like, what just happened? But I was coming here to get my food and my D-baby snatched I gotta watch her like a hawk when I'm on live because she will get the phone and go thinking it's a joke, running around the house and shit. You know what I'm saying? With my phone and then y'all be looking at her and her drawers or something like this on there. Oh shit. Hold on 1 second. So as soon as I was walking towards it, I heard her feet. And then I went and I looked, I said, oh, damn, she got the phone. Okay. So I'm telling you how petty this shit is. This is like a bunch of people that have this technology. Like say it's like your birthday or something like this. They only want to mess around on these kind of days. It's your birthday, you want something or whatever like this. And then, your husband or something about to get it for you. And then all of a sudden they be like, no, well, something like this. And da. These people are sexually harassing people inside their house, man. I'm trying to tell you what they doing. And these are not even the owners of the company. They got fucked up minds, man. Somebody is acting like they chose somebody, but they choosing the one that has a mental illness. They choosing somebody that has a mental illness on purpose. Somebody likes working with these types of minds because, I don't know, this person's got to be sick themselves. This person got to be sick themselves. They do. whoever this is. They like to deal with fractured minds or something like this. They think it's funny. And I feel like it's exploitation of people with mental retardation, mental illnesses, and things like this. That's what I think it is. And I think it's wrong. Somebody exploits the mentally ill and mentally challenged, and then when they go to court, oh my goodness, y'all, hold on a second. And when they go to court for these problems, they just get them off or something easy, okay? Because these is the only people that wouldn't be concerned with their record. Like I said, unless these people really feel like they're untouchable, you know. Somebody that's kind of slow, you can convince them it's okay. This will be off your record. And somebody like me, don't put that shit nowhere. Listen, don't play with my mother. And somebody, goody two shoes my ass, don't play with my image. Because I know what y'all going to be doing with these records later on. Okay? That's why I know. I don't want to be in no gang or whatever the fuck that is. I don't even know why you think that this would even be a thing where they could even fucking talk to me or talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these people was complaining about like the queen or other people or whatever doing stuff because they felt like they should be running the world and they should not have to listen to nobody and all this other stuff. And they should be able to go mess with people and not get in trouble or something like this. This is crazy. Okay? I decided I didn't want to be poisoned today. So when I was at the Dollar Tree yesterday, I always like these little pot stickers or whatever you call it. Ooh. So I went ahead and bought some of these because I bought them for last night, but
night? What night?
End up eating it right now. So the Empress is perfectly healthy. Genetically, this is what the person would be. But you have taken the files from these other people that's mentally mentally ill after they made it over some kind of mountain. Okay? And you cleared them as if they're not mentally ill on the other side when these is the motherfuckers that's mentally ill. This is what somebody did. And it's like, who's believing these people at your Chuck E. Cheese fucking courthouse? Get rid of that shit. That is also should be looked at as an act of violence against the government or the American people. Cause not happening. You don't like this. You can't try to get mad at it and beat Gaia or somebody that been in Gaia energy. If it wasn't for the earth or something like this, some of these people that live in the mountains and shit like this, their families wouldn't have had nothing else to be able to make money off of. Yeah, nobody want to do the hard work or the strenuous work or something like this. It could be also tougher to appeal to these councils, but you don't have nothing to do with this. Remember when God was sending people, God was punishing people by sending them to the mountains. So why should the mountain people have something to do with the people that's not in the mountain? They're gonna have a bias. Get down from there. A lot of these people that are from these working class families, since Britain wanted to go with, oh, we're gonna forget about the kings and queens and we're gonna go with the working class or whatever. So you chose the man over me or something like this. But a lot of these families have, you were saying this stuff about these royals, but these people are underneath the royals, and a lot of these people have unhealed drunkard like things in their family and abuse and stuff like this that went on generations and generations that these people didn't heal from. But you think just because somebody's making a couple dollars. Well, in some of these lands, especially in America, we got different people coming in here too. We got robots taking these jobs. You thought it was about to be some shiny thing with some cords hanging out his back. No, they've created these people. They look just like you and me. So you thinking, oh, it's just another American getting a job. No, they've already taken over the jobs because it don't look like them fucking things that they keep showing you. And unfortunately, they don't have to follow the law. Obviously. It's making me think about Black Mirror. There was an episode where there were some dogs. That's what I'm saying. Some of these people is fighting for a bloodline or something that was just using them. They're not even a part of that bloodline. You just populated your enemy. It's like nothing for me, everything for me and my family, but that's the way you were supposed to be with the bride, the most bountiful that God gave you, and you fumbled it. For them. Now so many people find out that them ain't your people or something too. They just use you to do a bid. Because 9 times out of 10, my masculine was the most intelligent. And I was the most organically fruitful. You see? And these family constructs were munchers. You know, I think my neighbor next door, I think her son just moved over. Because he was like, all right, see you later, Ma. And I keep seeing this guy or whatever. And then he keep walking over here to the end of the street. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. You was just saying Ma, and you was just over there. And now, so I don't know if somebody just moved down to the end of the street. Because I feel like some of these time travelers or something, they feel comfortable being around you for some whatever reason. Everything changed when I noticed that these people did something harmful to me. Before they did something harmful to me, that ended up being something harmful, everything was at peace. Okay? But I'm thinking that they be moving in close enough, you know. But somebody could have been moving right here in this neighborhood, and they could have been also exploiting somebody, you know, right in this neighborhood.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese courthouse. Most of these people that's putting these charges on you, they're the ones that took the recordings and snuck the kids in. They the ones that's supposed to be going to jail, not the innocent person that somebody tried to ruin with public slander. And some of this time it ended up in somebody being harmed, which means that's people can go to jail for that. It's like these people are letting these people come and cyber rape you or use a cyber airways or cyber policing to do this and then force you to be connected to this person for a lifetime. Or they're taking the power from your lineage and matching it with theirs. Okay? Okay? And matching it with theirs and then taking your power on with them. But that shit is about to be stopped abruptly. Because the person that you're doing it against is still here and still alive. And none of those people can, That's like somebody, my enemy, if in the future, they can unplug us. We could be dead the next day and alive the next day. It's like a frequency that you on. They can unplug you and then it seem like you dead because you're not on the frequency with the criminals up there that's trying to make our rules. You trying to act like this is the new age we going in, but you already been you up there for 40 years ruining this shit. Okay? And you try to act like it's me or whoever is fighting for the right thing that's coming in and you just knocked me down, but you were the remote program battery in the back of whoever was running these families in this community or whatever, or in this space for the past 30 years. So you wasn't behind the scenes. Now you walked out in front. That's why I said about the transgender. They was already changing these children. It's just they okay when the celebrities that came out with their children and showed them like that. It was just for you to, go ahead. This is what you're going to be seeing now. But they were already doing it behind the scenes, just like this community and these families or whatever was already doing this and blaming the people that they were trying to usher out of the power. And they were the ones for the past 20 something years behind the power and kind of showing themselves here and here in there. And then now they just plop right in front of the face like, bitch, we here. And it's like, okay, you think so? No, hope not. I am too. So when you say don't invite a poor man, I was already rich in the background, so you must have took my riches and added them with your riches to make you filthy rich. My dad was spending money at the time and giving me lots of money. His girlfriend, she wasn't giving her kids money. They had to work for every scrap. So that could be another thing too. Right? That somebody respects that a little bit more or something like this. Okay. Or they just didn't have. Okay. And my boyfriend, his parents wasn't giving them money. So it would seem like I was the rich, abundant one that had the parents that would give me money to not only do stuff for me, but my friends. I just didn't know that these people were poor thinking or poor minded or jealous or something about that. Okay. So talking about they could be saying, oh, they didn't want to invite me to the table or something, but a lot of that shit that you built that table with, it came from Americas. So that's what I'm saying. I don't understand where you think this is going. Again, especially if these bloodlines were steeped in some type of, situation or business or workings or something where they were lower paying. I'm not the poor one here. You get what I'm saying? So, and I didn't invite these people to the table, but these people could have made their way through the Father. And that's why I'm saying, and through the Father, and these people say, oh, we can do this. Oh, my daughter ain't going to go for that shit. How we be in her energy. She wouldn't do that crooked thing or something. And they said, let's find somebody that will. Janice Unpacked, Mommy Wata, the grandma from the projects that was 3 generations in the project still. She went from the regular projects into the senior projects. And this is not nothing to say nothing, because I think that these people were plants. I think that they were plants. There was something else. They didn't have to be in the projects. This was to gain the trust or gain access to these certain type of people or something like this, so on and so forth. So I'm not putting anybody down. Never. I'm too much of a thinker to motherfucking be playing around there. You understand? I'm thinking about the logistics of the thing, the logics. So when I'm saying this, I'm not trying to downgrade the grandmother. We're looking at a pattern here. Okay? We're looking at some kind of pattern here. And we're looking at, since I was a child, like little things happened to me, but nothing too serious in my face. So there had to be an active masculine energy left over in the background, like a grandfather or something that had me, like I was his special little girl. And if I knew how much power or something I had, or this person had back then, and I was a piece of shit, I could have took that to the limit and been treating people the way I could have been I could have been back there treating them the way that I know that they was going to treat me today. But I didn't. Because I didn't know. Because I thought that these were my family members, my friends, my community. I wasn't scared to walk down the street or something like this, a little bit if it's even dark or something like this. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I guess if the money talks. So the men in charge like, oh, we want American girls. Okay. You know, what, you got some bitches from the islands you're going to send? So it's kind of like the foreign women and the men that couldn't say no to them all these centuries. Black Obsidian, all these people, you know, they only love you when you give. That's why I'm saying the biggest trick is have people walking around here like they don't have shit. And they do. So I'm talking about Olivia, and I know that she's attached to whoever these people is that be flying around in this aircraft. You get what I'm saying? Just like that masculine energy, because I was thinking, damn, you seem kind of a little bit different than the, you know, why are you coming up in here wanting something from me? So what you did, you sent that masculine in here this morning. When he left out here, I must have been foggy when he left out the door this morning, when he tried to give me that little pep talk, because he never really talked to me in the morning like he used to. And y'all just took, because we almost engaged in you know what, and then I said no. And y'all took whatever he was able to rub around or try to get to, you about to take that energy back to somebody to try to put it in somebody's butthole. Olivia, don't play with me. Because somebody's actually a loner. And they talking about it's all together now. Somebody's a loner now, but you came back here to get the last piece of energy. And you left everything to the children. You tried to put them over my head, and you left everything to the two twins and then the youngest one. And so I'm still here for no reason really, but you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this could be somebody tried to get something from me. I'm like, skeptical. This person went and bended over her booty cheeks to get this man to something to seal the deal. But both of y'all gonna end up dead. Because I don't do it. And the day I figure out my nation is following after a man, and the fact of my nation falling or standing has something to do with which female is gonna let a man hit it from the back. I mean, get ass like anal. That's the day, you know, I will ask God to just take us all about this motherfucker because of some stupid ass shit like that. Because that's the unclean things, or casting your pearl to swine. If they say we all start out as a woman and then the penis get elongated, then that's your pearl tongue and you casting it to swine or shit. Okay? So, and then you want to look at my sex life. It's all, yeah, it's been what it's supposed to look like. So, well, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no good men left. So nobody's missing out on anything when you're trying to put that spell that no man is going to want somebody again. It's going to fall back on your stupid ass. And at the same time, nobody want none of these men out here. I'm following a different order than you. Because ain't none of them no good. That's why God made me. But they deny me. So, I'm denying you. When it comes to going any higher. Also, I was hearing that these people made it, like go in the mountain with your fathers. Some of this is technology. They letting these people plugged into your dome. If you the most high energy, they seeing that you got the most, some type of energy. Your enemy's family and camp is plugged into your dome or your domain. This is the capital's dome here. And the enemies are trying to be tapped into the Capitol Dome. And I told you, there's only a couple things that we could think. Nobody was able to catch these families when we had a 1% of these people that you said were so horrible. But we can catch them before they make a disgusting, despicable 1%, because these people are making it off of only showing their mask. It don't even have a face on it. Christian family. The man was taught to pay the bills and take care of his household. But the back mind of theirs is disgusting. You see what I'm saying? That's people that put on a front or a persona or something like this with some of these groups. As if they goody two-shoes. They don't like to, they ride around with low music. They don't like to make too much of noise to draw attention because people gonna see them. These is, I used to see people, just like the people that you be around at the store, grocery store, something like this, and they be like, shh, be quiet, you talking too loud. These people are very shy and timid here. Or their entity attachments. And it's not disrespect for me to sit in my home until I figure out if these are intruders or if this is my real home that I need to fight for. I'm not going to be feeling uncomfortable to say what I have to say in my. So y'all say, damn, she talking all that shit and the man is right there. Or why not? I'm pretty much upfront. Only thing these people gonna do is try to go is, oh, you said that, and rewire something in the middle of the night or during the afternoon to make something harder or something like this. But the truth, you're gonna know that the truth was spoken. Hold on one second. Let me clean this up and then I'll go back. Excuse me. Watch out, please.